Greetings, everyone, and welcome to ESC Institute. And today we are with our shining ESC stars, Dr. Deepthi Nagpal and Mrs. Renika. And we are discussing on the sustainable development goals. It's a burning topic with its strategies and implementation. A formal conference we are going to make it out over here that it can give an international development organization and the three professional we will be sitting and talking around. So let's start.
Good morning, Dr. Dipti, Dr. Madhvi. I'm delighted we could convene today to discuss the progress and strategic approaches toward achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. As we are all aware, the SDGs provide a universal blueprint for achieving a more equitable, sustainable, and resilient future. I thought we could focus on three key areas: education, climate action, and economic development. Shall we begin?
Good morning, Mrs. Renika. Dr. Madhvi, absolutely. I concur these areas are interlinked and progress in one directly influences outcome in the other. For intention, equality education SDG 4 empower communities to innovate solution for climate action SDG 13 and economic growth SDG. My preliminary research suggests that is in many developing regions, gap in educational access remains significant. We need strategies that are not only inclusive but also scalable.
Agree, Dr. Deepthi. Moreover, when we consider climate action, it is not solely about reducing carbon emission. It is all about building resilient infrastructure, promoting sustainable urban development, and ensuring all that vulnerable population are not, disproportionately affected by environmental changes. Here, SDG 11, which focuses on sustainable development, cities and communities, becomes a critical. Our approach must be integrate environmental, social, economic perspectives, and simultaneously.
Excellent points. I would like to emphasize the importance of measurable outcomes. Too often, initiatives fail to achieve their full potential because metrics are either absent or inadequately defined. For instance, while school may be built, the quality of education and retention rates are often overlooked. I propose we develop a robust framework for monitoring and evaluation, integrating both quantitative and qualitative indicators.
That's an essential consideration, Mrs. Renika. To elaborate, we should also focus on capacity building at the local level. Often, national policies are strong, not on paper, but falter at implementation due to lack of training, local expertise, or community engagement. Empowering local stakeholders, teachers, community leaders, and entrepreneurs can bridge the gap between policy and practice.
I see, Dr. Deepthi. Additionally, I would like to bring attention to SDG 17, partnerships for the goals. Collaboration across governments, private sectors, civil society, and academy is indispensable. Without a strong partnership, resources are fragment and impact is diluted. For example, public-private partnership in renewable and energy project and have accelerated adoption and creating employment opportunities and simultaneously.
Absolutely, Dr. Madhvi. Partnerships are backbone of sustainable development. Furthermore, I suggest we adopt a data-driven approach, leveraging technology such as AI analytics, geospatial mapping, and real-time dashboards can provide us actionable insights, particularly in resource allocation and monitoring progress. Data transparency also builds public trust and accountability.
On the subject of technology, digital literacy must be prioritized. Without access to digital tools, many communities will remain excluded from the benefits of the innovation. This is closely linked to the economic empowerment of women and marginalized groups. In fact, promoting digital inclusion directly supports SDG 5, gender equality, and SDG 8, decent work and economic growth.
I'm glad that you highlighted gender equality. Dr. Deepthi, from our research, communities that prioritize women participation in decision making exhibit higher overall development outcomes. Policies should not just promote equality in principle, but must be the backed to the practical mechanisms such as leadership training, mentorship program, and gender responsive budgeting.
Indeed, Dr. Madhvi, while discussing economic development, we must also consider sustainability. Often, rapid growth comes at the expenses of environmental degradation. Encouraging circular economics, responsible consumption, and green financing ensures that progress today doesn't compromise the prospects of future generations.
To expand on that, climate resilient agriculture and sustainable supply chains are crucial. Integrating smallholder farmer into border markets while ensuring environmentally friendly practice can improve livelihood while protecting ecosystem. We must also explore innovative financial mechanisms such as impact bond and blended finance to support these initiatives.
Another dimension worth discussing is the public awareness and behavioral change. Even with the robust policies and technology solution, outcomes will be limited in the individual and communities do not adapt in the sustainable practices. Educational campaigns, social initiatives, and community-led initiatives can drive long-term change.
Very well stated, Dr. Madhvi. I believe our discussions has highlighted the multidimensional nature of SDGs. To summarize, our approach should integrate quality education, climate action, economic sustainability, gender equality, partnerships, technology integration, and community engagement. All these must be measurable and adapted, allowing us to respond dynamically to emerging challenges.
Agreed, Mrs. Renika. Perhaps our next step should be develop a comprehensive strategy plan that outlines specific goals, keys, performance indicator, timelines, and accountability mechanism for each SDG priority. A cross-functional team could then oversee implementation and evaluation.
I second that. Additionally, we should consider convening a stakeholder workshop to gather inputs from local leaders, industry partners, and academia. This would ensure our strategy is not just only visionary, but also practical and grounded in real world conditions.
Excellent suggestions. Let's formalize these recommendations into a detailed proposal and schedule our next meeting for review. I'm confident that with all combined expertise, we can contribute meaningfully to advancing the SDGs, creating intangible and lasting impact.
Absolutely. I look forward to collaborating closely on this initiative.
Likewise, let us ensure that our efforts are both strategic and transformative.
Thank you both for this enriching discussion. I am optimistic that with our focused approach, we can set a benchmark for sustainable development practices.
Absolutely. And I believe that we all have understood almost bit of this thing. This because the discussing among all of us is interconnected to the nature and sustainable development goal. The collective insights which we have brought with the strategic planning and serve some meaningful contribution to achieving the global sustainable development target. So we're coming from with all this amazing topic. Till that time, keep rocking towards ES Institute and let's say learn English swiftly.
Swiftly.